Joined back here tonight with Erin Summers from the New Orleans Pelicans, a team reporter and host. Erin, thanks for joining the show.
Absolutely. Excited to be here with you.
So at the time we're recording this, Pelicans are currently last in the West. They have been dealing with a ton of injuries. It's hard to bury the lead on that. What has kind of been the feedback and the reaction from this roster to kind of how the season has started?
I've been really impressed with the way that the team has handled this bevy of injuries. They have 4 starters that are out, plus 2 key rotational players off the bench. And the majority of the season has been dealing with that. And they haven't been down on themselves as far as the mood at practice goes. I was just at shoot around earlier today, and everybody is working really hard. They have a lot of players that are being asked to play more minutes and in different roles than they would usually be in, and they're taking it really well. A lot of these guys are excited for the opportunity that they've had in these new roles and added minutes so far this season, and they're just working really hard to improve. They're thankful that the injuries happened at the beginning of the season rather at the end, and they're not trying to make that playoff push and fighting for a postseason run. So hopefully it'll just lead to some more experience and it'll pay off in the end.
And something that these injuries have done, they forced big minutes and some players who weren't really expecting. Guys like Yves Missi, the rookie from Baylor, Jordan Hawkins, B.J. Boston has had a big role in the offense. What have you seen in terms of the growth from maybe the preseason to kind of almost the quarter mark, especially from those 3 young players?
It's been great to see Brandon Boston get this opportunity. He's somebody that was drafted in the 2nd round 4 years ago, but he sat behind a ton of other guards at the Clippers. So he hasn't really had an opportunity to play a lot of minutes, and he's done extremely well as the de facto point guard for the Pelicans right now. It's not usually what he would be playing, but he has done everything that he can to be what they need in terms of the facilitator and getting guys into the offense and helping to set other people up. And then he's been great as a scorer himself. So it's been fun to watch him get this opportunity. Yves Missi, the 21st overall pick, has been so great to see the growth. He is somebody that's so new to basketball, only played 1 year in college, didn't even come to the United States until 2020. So he is really still learning a lot, but now he's on his 2nd straight double-double. So he's making such big improvement in a short amount of time. And Jordan Hawkins, who's been out a little bit with some back tightness, man, he can score, and he is getting more opportunities to do just that with the injuries in front of him. The way that he is added to his game has been great to see. Not only the 3-ball, which he loves to shoot, but his ability to put the ball on the floor and get to the rack is fun as well.
And you mentioned 4 injuries to the starters. The one who hasn't has been Brandon Ingram, who the entire offseason was talked about trade rumors, and if he would stay, he's still around, and he's having a pretty good season, 23-5-5. How does he kind of take a leadership role? Because he's being surrounded by Missi and Hawkins and Boston, all young players. He's really the veteran of this group and really taking command of that.
If you know anything about Brandon Ingram, you know he's quiet. He does not speak up, and he's very, he's a person that likes to just lead by example. But I have been impressed by the fact that he is talking on the court. He is trying to get all of these players where they need to be, especially on the defensive side, which is where things start for the Pelicans. They have to play well defensively as they're trying to get out and transition, get some easy opportunities to score. And Ingram's really helping to facilitate that.
What are some of the easiest ways outside of maybe just simply getting healthy for this team to improve? I know they rank near the bottom of rebounding and defense when it comes to those league rankings. Is it as easy as that, or just what are some easy ways this team can improve to maybe get some more wins?
Yeah, it starts with the effort and the energy, because you have to have that when you are trying to attack the glass and get some more rebounds. But you have to create some opportunities to score in transition. And if you're taking the ball out of the basket, it's really hard to do. So you really want to work for, grabbing those boards, creating turnovers so you can get out and run. Those are going to be your easiest baskets that you can get. And the Pelicans have to start shooting more from outside. It's something that Coach Green talks about, regardless of who's in. They're shooting only 32 attempts right now from the perimeter, and Coach Green really wants that to be up around 40. And the three-point ball can be the great equalizer if you can get that going a little bit more. And it is good that Trey Murphy is back on the court. He's played 2 games so far to help with that because he is a volume shooter from outside as well.
Thanks, Erin, for joining the show. We appreciate you talking Pelicans as always.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me. See you guys on the Gulf Coast Sports and Entertainment Network soon.